Hello everyone, welcome back to another 2v2 Warhammer battle. This is going to be my Beastmen and some Wood Elves versus Bretonia and the Vampire Counts. This is about a minute or so into the battle. The original deployment was back here in a line, but we are slowly moving up. These were Vanguard deployed, so they have not been seen yet, my little Chaos puppies. Rest of my army here, front line, is made up of 3 Gore herds. We have 4 Ungore Spearmen herds, 1 here, and then 3 over here. We are being led by Morgor, the Shadow Gave. I have a Chaos Spawn with us, 1 Bestigore, 2 Gore Bulls, the Brace Shaman of the Wild with the Savage Dominion spell, Traitorkin. No, wait, not Traitorkin, sorry. It's the AoE leadership debuff and damage. And then Vermintide, I think it's called. We also have a Minotaur with a Great Weapon over here, and that's going to be my army. My allies' army is mostly made up of a front line of Treekin. We have a Spellsinger of Life, Durthu. We have 3 or 4 archers up here of I think they're just normal Glade Guard, and then 3 Eternal Guard that they are clearly going to want to try and set up shop right there. I was going to put some Ungor Spearmen to give them some more backup over here as well. And then the enemy's army, we have King Llewellyn Leon Kerr with a group of the Pegasus Knights. They're going to be diving in on this poor Spellsinger here soon. For the rest of their army, they have a front line of Battle Pilgrims, and then we have a couple Men-at-Arms, Peasant Bowmen with fire arrows, a Paladin, and then some Spearmen at Arms with shields. We also have 2 Knights of the Realm, 1 right here, and then there's another one. They have 2 of them. Oh, right here. Right there. Mixed in the Vampire Count army. And that's going to be the Bretonian. Oh, they also have a Grail Relique buried in the middle right there. For the Vampire Count army, they are being led by Vlad von Karstein. We have a Mortis engine. We have 2 Cryptors, the Sternsmen, a couple additional Graveguard. We have some zombies. Then they have Blood Knights going off over here with the White King. I'm sorry, they have 3 Cryptors, not 2. My apologies. And then this is the rest of the Graveguard over here. So it's mostly like a Graveguard line, some Cryptors, Mortis engine Vlad, and then the Blood Knights over there. And that is mostly their army. Going to be leaving my puppies over here for a little bit as I'm going to be a little slow. We're trying to get onto these Pegasus Knights who are clearly trying to kill the Spellsinger of Life. My allies' trees should probably be moving to get over here, but this Spellsinger is going to be instantly terrorized. Durthu's fighting against the Pegasus Knights. I'm going to try and get there, but we are not going to make it in time, and the Spellsinger is going to be run up the field before the battle even starts. I'm going to get my infantry behind the Treekin. I'm maneuvering my Ungor Spearmen over here again to give extra protection to these guys, although they probably don't even really need it. But at the very least, they're going to be protecting our back line. We're just trying to deter these Blood Knights from coming over around here with the White King. I'm going to be pretty successful in doing that for a little bit. As these armies start to clash, I'm going to finally bring out my puppies because they're going to be on Peasant Bowman duty. The thing is, though, the Peasant Bowmen are on the opposite side of the battlefield, but that's going to be their target because what else are the Chaos Puppies going to attack? That's kind of the only thing they can. Meanwhile, over here, some of these Pegasus Knights got pinned down by these Treekins, so they did lose some of their numbers, but again, the Spellsinger of Life is going to be run off before any spells are cast, so that's going to be a victory, minor victory there for the Bretonians. Going to keep my infantry over back here, and they're going to start raining down fiery death from the Peasant Bowmen over here into the Treekin. They do the fire damage, so they do have bonus damage versus Treekin, so they are going to chew a little bit through their armor even. Well, not technically, but they're not really armor piercing, but they do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, over here, my allies' Glade Guard are going to start putting down fire on the Men-at-Arms with shields and Graveguard, but they are going to be focused down by these Pegasus Knights, so I'm going to get my Gorbulls over here. And my ally should be getting their Eternal Guard over here, since that's what they are there for. But I remember when this battle was going on, I was doing this. I was like, hey, over here. I'm like, bloop, 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 bloop. Maybe they didn't understand my bloops, I'm not entirely sure. I was like, bloop, bloop. So I'm trying to back them up because their own Spearmen are not doing that. Meanwhile, I'm trying to deter these Blood Knights from getting back here with my 3 Ungor Spears. Eventually, these Blood Knights are going to retreat. I'm going to follow them with 2 Ungor Spears and pull their 3rd one back over here. But the main battle line is going to start here with the Treekin going ahead of me. As to be planned, I'm going to be getting my Gore Herds behind them to kind of mix in battle. I'm going to leave my Minotaurs with great weapons behind. I don't want them to just be thrown into these battle programs. There's really no reason for them to fight there. And again, my Gore Bulls, we're trying to come up here. I think I maybe attack the Blood Knights, and this is when they're finally going to withdraw. Then I go up to the Pegasus Knights. King Llewellyn's going to join over here, and these Eternal Guard, like there should be more in the, like the Peasant Bowmen should be, or not Peasant Bowmen, but the Glade Guard should be moving out, and the Eternal Guard should be moving in. But I mean that's fine. But again, my front line is just going to kind of go, and we're just kind of spread out along here against the Graveguard and the Bretonians as these fire Peasant Bowmen are still firing down rainy death on the Treekin. I don't want to get my Minotaurs anywhere near them. And here you can see my puppies are taking a long journey, and Morgor at this point was like bloop, 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 and they're like bloop, 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 and they're going to go over here and they go wow all over the place. Meanwhile, Morgor is going to be summoning their first Chaos Spawn out of these, I think it's out of the Battle Pilgrim, and then we're also going to run them and go bloop, 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 bloop. It's a heavier bloop because they have heavy footsteps, but it's going to go bloop, 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 right over there. Back here we did route the Pegasus Knights trying to kill King Lewin, but he is going to escape. And again, it's going to be at this point my 2 Ungor Spearmen is going to go around here. The third one is eventually going to come back over here. We're going to have some spells going on over here, some negative spells. I can't remember what it is. What is this? Curse of Years being dropped by the Vampire Counts. We also have the Mortis Engine finally being put into the battle, so we're going to throw in our Minotaurs, great weapons. I'm going to be withdrawing our Gorbals back over here now that the Pegasus Knights are dealt with, and we're going to try and take out this Mortis Engine the only way that we can, and that is going to be in melee. Meanwhile, this spellcaster is going to cast a Savage Dominion spell right here very soon. In fact, I think that's it being summoned right now. Maybe not. There will be a cycle here very soon. Meanwhile, we're also casting different spells to try and just keep up with the vigor of our allied army. You can see the little green icon down there. Now it's gone, but whenever this shaman casts spells, we have a temporary vigor and speed buff. And there you go. You can see the Chaos Spawn coming over here. Puppy's coming over here. We already routed off one of the pests moment. We're now working on the other 2. Like, all over this place. Blood Knight's going to be chasing us, but that's okay. We're going to still get a lot of good damage here on the charge for these pests bowmen. And my whole goal is just to kill these. If my Chaos Spawn die after that, that's fine. Meanwhile, back here, over here, the Knights of the Realm ran all the way around, and they're going to try and get a rear charge over here. But again, my anti-large forces are focused on this Mortis Engine and the Knights of the Realm that embedded themselves over here. The Glade Guard are now free to open fire once again. Ungor Spearmen still coming over here. It's a pretty tight battle at this point. Durthru up in the middle supporting my Cygor, which has been summoned, and we're dealing with a bunch of Spearmen at Arms. I think Graveguard over here. Knights of the Realm did a nice rear charge over here, but we're deterring them with Morgor and really just Morgor. As again, the rest of our anti-large forces are dealing with the Knights of the Realm. We're dealing with King Lewin and this Mortis Engine over there. As I'm micromanaging over here, we should have these puppies going into these peasant bowmen here soon. As my Chaos Spawn have been destroyed by the Blood Knights, but it's going to buy enough time for these Chaos puppies to get in here and start dealing damage to the third peasant bowman. Knights of the Realm coming back for a rear charge on our Minotaurs, great weapons. It's going to kind of suck for us. We do have Apocalyptic Visions, which will give us some bonus melee attack from Morgor to all of our units in this area as we continually try and focus down the Mortis Engine. And now we're going to deal with the Shock Cav. And you can see my infantry, for the most part, it's kind of been brutalized here a little bit. We're getting some back into the fight. But even my best score is taking a heavy hit. The Cygor is almost dead. They still have a full group of Blood Knights over here. We are still luckily dealing some damage to the peasant bowmen. They are being detached over here to try and deal with the rest of our infantry that's in this area, including the Treekins. They're going to go a nice charge right there. Cygor has tanked a lot of damage at this point from a bunch of the Graveguard that were in the area, dealt a lot of damage, but it will eventually die. Finally, we are having Ungor Spearmen reinforcements here and here just in time. Going to try and sideswipe this summoned zombie and get into here because we're trying to finish off the Mortis Engine still. We have done a ton of damage to the Knights of the Realm here with our Gorhers, with our Minotaurs, great weapons, but they are finally routing. Morgor has also dealt a lot of damage, and again, we have dealt a savage blow to the 3 peasant bowmen back here. Chaos Puppy's finishing the job over here, then we're going to bounce them up like bloop. Ungor Spearmen coming in behind here, supporting the Gorbals that are embedded in here, like bloop, 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 trying to kill this Mortis Engine. Still, after all this time, we have a Flock of Doom being cast here. That is not from me, though, because I don't have that spell in this army. King Lewin did take a beating as he was trying to withdraw over here about a minute or 2 ago, but he is still alive, unfortunately. And again, here come the Chaos Puppies to try and shatter these peasant bowmen. Gorherds are now finished off battling off these men-at-arms, so they're going to do a rear charge over here, trying to support another Ungor Spearman herd. This Paladin and these Knights of the Realm are doing some damage to the Brave Shaman, but he's going to be okay. We're going to disengage him here soon. Blood Knights now being chased by Morgor, the Shadow Gate. I'm going to summon some Chaos Spawn in front of them to try and halt the charge, so they don't get a really good one back here. And we're going to just, I think we've been chasing them since over here. I think they disengaged from this battle. We've just been kind of chasing them around, trying to finish them off and not give them a moment to breathe. Meanwhile, the Glade Guard have used up most of their arrows over here, focusing down the Cryptors. We did finally take out the Mortis Engine. Now we're working on whatever Cryptors are left with the 2 Gorbals, who are still relatively healthy for the most part. Durthru is still sitting at 50% health. Our best score herd is okay-ish. Again, our Brave Shaman is going to be alive, and we are just right now focusing on the Blood Knights because they are our next target, trying to get our Ungor Spearmen over here, trying to get another summoned Chaos Spawn to try and put them down. Meanwhile, the Chaos Puppies have now routed off I think all 3 peasant bowmen at this point, and now we're just going to come back over here and do some more damage to these spearmen. Ungor herds and Gorher is still holding strong with the Bestigors, and now the tide, it looked a little grim there in the middle, but it's finally starting to turn against the enemy now that we have chased these Blood Knights. They got a lot of free damage as they continually try to withdraw and take a free damage. It's like, oh my god, we gotta get out of here. And now they're going to come over here against these Glade Guard. I see this, so we're going to get our Gorbals over here. We're going to run away from Gladmon Karstein. There's no point to sit there and fight him in melee right now. Our Ungor Spearmen are going to take that position, fighting him and what's left of the Sternsmen as these Glade Guard just continually rain death down here. Morgor leading the fight against the White King, but I think we do disengage and maybe go over here. I can't remember. But now you can see King Lewin is in a rout again because he's almost dead. Gorbals came over here. We are now crumpling the Blood Knights. Vlad's trying to chase our gore bulls, but that's okay. We can just continually run from him because there's no reason to fight him. Much kind of like Grimgore. If you don't need to fight him, then don't. His leadership will eventually break. Just kill his key units. Dorothy doing some damage to Vlad there. Zombies are going to be spawned to try and stop this force. So we're going to send in some Ungro Spearmen. I'm blocking off these Blood Knights even cast a Vermintide. I'm blocking them off with the Ungro Spearmen so they can't just escape this way. We're going to pin them in place, run the Gore Bull straight through the zombies, and finish off the Blood Knights there. Puppy's coming in for some extra fun. King Lewin isn't really going to do too much at this point. And that is going to be a victory for the tree, or the Wood Elves, and the Beastmen. That was looking a little grim. A little grim. About halfway through the fight, up until about the end, my forces held on long enough to keep bodies there. And I don't know, the Gorbals did some work. My allies Treekin held off a lot of damage. Dorothy did a lot of work in this fight as well. And these Glade Guard were just raining death for free after we killed those Pegasus Knights. And the puppies, man. The puppies. Look how many kills these puppies get. 168. Most of that are all of these Bretonnian bowmen. Routed all of them off, which is really great. Minotaurs dealt some decent damage to Knights of the Realm, Mortis Engine, and other various creatures. Chaos Spawn did the same. Actually, I'm not sure what they died, I think, kind of early. I ran them up the middle. I think they were fighting against Graveguard, maybe. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have even brought them, really. I just wanted to bring them because I brought more Gore, and I was like, Chaos Spawn theme. Gorbulls, excellent job as always. Gorehers outshone the, outshined? Whatever. The Bretonnian infantry, for the most part, they're just better. And yeah, for my ally here, Battle, we have 200 kills on Durthu. The Treekin held forever and took so much damage. Gladeguard did a lot of damage. These guys didn't really get to too much. For Lord Talivag, King Lewin sniped the Spellslinger early, which was really good. They lost their Pegasus Knights to killing the Gladeguard, which was unfortunate for them. But besides that, they did some damage to our Minotaurs. They got some charges here and there. This Battle Pilgrim did really well, actually. 74 kills is great. And then for Mockingbird, Blood Knights did pretty good. Stern's been held for a long time. We got that Mortis Engine relatively quickly before I could do too much. And yeah, so good game to good game to me, tokshen. Battle, Lord Talivag, and Mockingbird. Let's go watch the cinematic view. The fire arrows look really cool. That is a solid line of trees. Oh, I was about to say, I think the puppies are almost here. But they already are! Get them, puppies! Puppies are so good! Cygor Bomb! Cygor Bomb isn't gonna do a damn thing apparently. That point blank throw though. Right before he dies. Way to go, Bob. You threw that rock. We would not let these Blood Knights go. And we just get so much free damage on them as they continually ran away from us. For Shaman, I just want to try to run away from this Paladin. Get away from me, Paladin. Whip Shack, my friends. Whip Shack. Not let him go, man. I refuse to let those Blood Knights get out of here. I think they're still trying to move. There we go, now they're getting to attack. And now they're off to kill Vlad. Vlad in the corner. But he is crumbling. Farewell, Vlad. There we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the battle. I will see you all next time. Take care.